Oh, that's unfortunate. So here is another thrift store pickup that I've been kind of hit and miss with. I ran into this today, and again, I kind of decided I was going to go for it. It's a binder. $7.99 is what I paid for it. It's a binder full of CDs. I think, generally speaking, I can flip these fairly easily if they're decent CDs. So let's take a look, and I'll show you what I got. We've got, I don't recognize some of these. Paolo Nutini, DBT, Limp Bizkit there, Social Distortion, Queens of the Stone Age, Korn. So this is a bit of hard alternative rock here. But then you got the Rat Pack, Matchbox 20, Cheating at Solitaire, Mike Ness. I guess that's Mike Ness from the Monkees. Interesting collection here. Seems mostly hard rock, but then you got other stuff like Regina Spektor, Juno. I guess that's probably the film soundtrack. Bob Marley and the Wailers, Legend. That's a great album. I've already got that one. Reliant K. Obviously, it's not completely full. Bryant, Blondie, Greatest Hits. But for $8, there's certainly plenty. Incubus. So $8 for all of these original CDs. And I looked at them. They're all in really good condition. Well, I didn't look at every one of them. But, you pull a couple of them out, and they look really, really nice. So whoever had this collection took really good care of them and didn't abuse them too much. And what I like to do is I'll rip them to FLAC for my library. And then the ones that I don't want, I'll try to flip them. Question is, do you I've had luck just selling the same binder that I found them in. Sometimes I'll get a couple different binders and I'll rearrange them to try to make them a little bit more marketable as collections. I had a whole collection of jazz stuff that I think I paid $25 for that I ended up selling for about 60 or 70. I'm not making a whole lot of money on it, but I keep the ones I want and then I sell the whole thing and I get my money back and more. So here's the cool thing. This is one binder for $8, and there were five. There were 5 binders. It just goes on and on and on. I haven't even looked at them all yet. I don't even know all that's in here, but it's pretty darn interesting. It seems to be an eclectic mix of music all over the place. Outfest 99, Los Angeles Gay and Lesbian Film Festival, Little Shop of Horrors, Big Audio Dynamite, Moby, Madonna, The Cult. I mean, not bad stuff. Tammy Wynette, Nirvana, In Utero, Family Values Tour, all kinds of stuff. I always kind of wonder whose collection this is. Is it a collection or is it just a DJ that's just trying to have a whole bunch of stuff? I don't know. Evita, Hoobastank. Sorry, I get all weird and philosophical going through this stuff, wondering where this came from, what happened to the person, why is it ended up in the thrift store. Well, we're gonna make sure it gets to somebody who wants it, and of course I'm gonna cherry pick all of the stuff I want. So there you have it. Another interesting pickup. Yeah, this is gonna be fun going through this. Hope you enjoyed it. So I've been going over these CDs that I picked up. There's 5 binders full of CDs, and I've just started to catalog one of them, and wow, it's just a huge collection, and really pretty good music. And usually there's I'm trying to figure out what to do. What's the best way of maximizing my return on these things? I think what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to go tonight over to a little party that's happening. I'm going to see if any of my friends want to buy any of them, like $1 a piece. That might be the easiest way to at least sell a few of them, and then take the rest of them and try to sell them as a thing. I don't want to spend a ton of time, I don't want to spend a ton of time trying to catalog and list them. And I know you could make more money if you did them individually, but I just don't think that's worth it, really. So I'm going to, I don't know, let me know, what do you think? how would you do if you came across a big batch of these things? What do you think the easiest way to get a good return while minimizing how much time you have to spend, right? Because I don't want to have to sell each one individually on eBay or anything like that. What's your technique? How would you maximize it? All right, welcome to today's episode of Bin Tricks. I'm at the bins where they haul everything out and you pay by the pound, and I'm learning more as I go about the different things you can do here. Got here, the clothing is like $2 a pound. Got a really nice brand new jacket, really nice neoprene and polyester. Just a little cap, little camping air mat. But this is what's interesting. This is a commercial grade hot plate. It weighs almost 10 pounds. It's not one of these cheapy ones. It's filthy, but I think it will clean up. But it weighed over 10 pounds, and I asked them, if they could cut me a deal on it because it was so heavy. Sure enough, got half price, so I paid about $5 for this, whereas I would have paid about 11. Miscellaneous other stuff. Keyboard matches a computer I picked up the other day. A nice little. It's gonna be a gift from Mom. Some batting for the lady. She makes quilts. This is interesting. There was a bunch of Atari 400 and 800 stuff in there. I was really looking for the Atari. I don't know if somebody grabbed it, but I collect old vintage computers, and it's pretty neat to see this stuff. Now, what's really cool about Atari is the art, the miscellaneous stuff, cookbooks. But I found like the user's manual for the Atari, which is pretty neat. So it's got even printouts of code and stuff in there. So that's a nice little thing of computing history. So there we have it. Not too bad a day. I was just bored and finally decided to get out of the house. And it's always neat to hit the bins. All right, welcome to another episode of What's in the Box, where I unbox stuff that I got that I think might be off eBay, that might be related to what this channel is about. So let's take a look at this and see what we got. I don't always remember because sometimes I'm bored and I get on eBay and I may find something that I think is worth snagging. And this is one of those times. All right. Packing, could be better. Could certainly be better. But, but it's not the worst I've seen. So I'm not going to complain about it. I really don't even remember what this is. But I'm getting more picky, so it's got to be something pretty good. Let's see. Obviously a number 3, or could it be a number 4? Let's see. All right. Just looks like a lodge, right, from the handle. What's so special about this? Why would I have gotten it off of eBay? Oh, it's not. Look at that. It's a Griswold number 3 slant logo Erie. Oh, yeah. So this is me working on my set. Oh, is that a crack? Look at that. It is. Oh, look at that. Look. You guys saw it. Look at that right there. This thing is cracked. Right there. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm trying to complete a whole set of this. And look at that. I don't see how they couldn't have noticed that. I don't think that was done in transit. I guess it's possible it could have been done in transit. You see what I see? Let me zoom in. See that right there? You can clearly see the crack. See? And it's on the other side too. Right there. Great. Now I have to file an issue with these people. Look, it says 99112. Somebody wrote something on there. 99112. Somebody's inventory. Beautiful skillet otherwise, but that's unacceptable. Yeah, that's cracked. That's clearly cracked. I'm gonna have to take some pictures of it and see what I can do. See if I can get a refund on it or whatever. Sometimes they'll issue me a refund and I get to keep it. You know, it doesn't make sense to send it back, but who knows? That's unfortunate. Yeah, see, I mean, could it have happened in transit? There's no indication that the box has been damaged, so I don't know if I'd buy that. But again, this is why you really want to pack these things really well. This thing gets banged like that, this is where it's going to crack. It's going to crack right there or right there. So, unfortunate. All right, so now we're to unboxing box number 2. The first one sucked. It was a cracked pan. Let's take a look at this second one. So, definitely better, but you really have to kind of protect against the edge of that handle there. Let's see what the situation is here. Again, I'm not really liking this either. And the Postal Service has basically turned into this crazy nightmare thing where whatever you send half the time doesn't even show up. So, alright, let's see. Now I'm just going to look for cracks immediately. So this has already been restored, so it must have been something important because I don't like to buy already restored stuff unless it's something I really want. So I had a 6 and a number 3. There's my 6. This one looks really good. I was trying to grab my Erie series with just the slant logo with the Erie, and I had a 6, and so there's a 6 and a number 3. Look at how that heat ring is almost completely worn down on this guy. This would have been a nice one though, but that's nice. That's beautiful. Nice number 6. Absolutely gorgeous. Kind of smells like rancid bacon. I might want to redo this. I don't, yeah, I may re-season it. But that's nice. This guy, the cracked one, I went ahead and filed a report. Right there. But I don't know. I looked at the pictures on the eBay auction, and they were just like straight ahead. Like, could you tell that was, could you tell that was cracked from that? Or this? Could you tell this was cracked from that? Probably not, huh? That's all they had. They didn't have any side pictures, which might have shown it. So I'm skeptical that this got damaged in transit. I think they were trying to pass it off. Is what I think. And I've had this happen before where they send it and they try to file an insurance claim. But I'm not gonna go along with the insurance claim if you pack it crappy. And they need me to verify that it was packed well, and I won't do that. So don't ship these things. You can't do that with me. So I've been going over this massive. I got like 5 binders of music. And I'm familiar with some of the artists, but a lot of the artists I'm not familiar with. And it's been very interesting. Like, this one is called Panic Prevention. So, I like Googled them, and I go down this rabbit hole where it's like a UK guy with kind of a Cockney accent, slightly rap emo stuff. But it's really interesting, and I sometimes I find record collections, and they're just not, I don't like them, they're not my thing. This collection is, I think whoever was into this really did have a deeper appreciation of music and songwriting and production, and it's really, really good stuff. There's a lot of standard stuff here too. So I've been going, and I'll get up on YouTube and I'll look at some of these things, and it's pretty interesting, It's fun going through this rabbit hole and looking at all the different stuff. I still don't know exactly how I'm going to sell this stuff. I have a few ideas. I'll fill you in on what works and what doesn't. But my main objective is to flip it and get a little bit of money. I'm hustling right now. That's all I'm doing is hustling. Let me know what you would do, and we'll see what happens.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in and enjoying the video series and supporting me thus far by subscribing and clicking like and all of that. And if you want to catch me on TikTok, sometimes I have previews of what I'm working on that I haven't published lately. That's at TikTok/@Wisdom Studio. And if you're on Facebook, look up the group Vintage Cast Iron Hunting, Restoration, Identification, and Sales. And until next time.